We'll go.
It's hard to believe that 2019 is already here, and this class has been with me for 4 years. I was about to walk across that stage at Tommy Roberts Memorial Stadium. They couldn't be more ready to do so. It's been a fantastic group to work with for all 4 years, and I really mean that. I really appreciate all the work and dedication, and sometimes even the banter that occurs in the office and such. So we'll bring each of these up individually, and I'd like to, you can applaud for every single one of them. We're going to give you both your manila folder, okay? We're going to do that after you take your picture, so we can have some nice pictures with the new tradition as of last year. Every senior receives their own beautiful conch shell. Each has a small nameplate plaque on it, so they can put it on a bookshelf, which is bad luck if you're conch, but to keep it in the house. So if you put it up somewhere outside, yeah, there you go. If you'd like to, I think the rule changes if you turn it into an instrument, so you can cut the horn off and make it into a conch horn, so to speak. If you'd like help with that, I can show you how. But we'll give this to you. You can come and stand up here, and we'll take pictures with the conchs and the conchs, and then after we'll give you your manila folder. Okay. They I don't know what it is. They want me to roast every individual. When you know somebody for 4 years, and I'm so excited about this. I can't think of anything but positive thoughts for these people. All right, this first individual here, she will tell you like it is, no matter what the situation is. Okay. And she's certainly opinionated. One of the brightest students that I think I've ever had. I wish I would have known what type of jazz clarinetist she really was. We would have had her in jazz band years ago in some way, shape, or form, and we'd have to fix something with making sure that the GPA stays high. So we want to bring up Miss Melody Morales.
Go, Mel!
Yeah, she would have stand up. This individual came into the band program a little bit later, happened to move in. So everybody thought he was a freshman when he was a sophomore. And by the way, put this in the notes. We need to dust the conchs next year before. Yeah. So anyhow, so when he became a junior, everybody thought he was a sophomore. So, but finally he became a senior, and most of the people who thought he was younger than him graduated. So he was good to go at that point. Wonderful guitar player. Okay. Trumpet player, and picked up the baritone euphonium for us this year, and a fantastic student, and quite a bright young man, although it may not appear so occasionally. He's real quick with the humor. So, Mr. Miles Colley. Next individual also came into the program a little bit later, had taken a year off, I guess it's a sabbatical from band, and decided to pursue it, and has been one of the most dedicated members that I can think of. So, Mr. Nico Pavlicek. She's out of town this weekend, but I wanted to recognize Ms. Nina Zamansky. She's one of those students towards the end of the last year. She wasn't going to do band, and then we had a little chat, and she decided, okay, one more time around here, and it's been fantastic. She's a great leader, fantastic person, and she really has enjoyed it. Once you get to this point, you give back to the band. So for the first couple of years, you wake up and it's kind of like Christmas morning on many different levels. And then as you get older, you become Santa Claus. So that's definitely, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Amy. Who's getting roasted here right now? So Nina Zamansky. This next individual is a wonderful musician and extraordinarily caring, and will do anything for the band program. Absolutely love being part of the band, and definitely, certainly one of the most dedicated members that I've ever had, Miss Audrey Hooper. They're so disappointed I'm not roasting them. We'll do it in class one time. We'll let Sam sit up front. Next up, this is truly a family affair here. This one has been around for quite a long time. So this is my 10th year, and I guess she would have been about 7 or 8 years old when we first met. But the last of the Dos Santos, Sena Dos Santos. Well, this one here surprised all of us. She decided to take on an extreme challenge. Being a little bit older, she decided to become a beginning band student. And I'll tell you, she's done a fantastic job in the color guard world, and has really, in many ways, mastered that. And she decided to pick up the alto saxophone. I'm sure that has tortured her parents at home many times, making obscene sounds on this ungodly instrument. So, believe it or not, she can play really well now. She's done a fantastic job, and is an incredible leader for our color guard, Miss Sam Fisher. Sam visits about 10 times a day. Whether she needs something or not, she's always got something to say in the office. This next individual is... How does she know that? Okay. She plays probably the largest instrument in the band, or at least the tallest. and she sits in a different chair, right? She actually has her own personal stool, which is probably one of the oldest relics here at Kwhs High School, because it's from the old building and might be from sometime in the late 70s when they bought the stool. So, fantastic musician, does a wonderful job. I'm going to avoid any roasting tonight, so, but we're glad she's here, Miss Nicole Frank. Okay. Now I've been coached on what to say for this one here. She wanted me to let everybody know that she makes no complaint whatsoever at any time. She's just offering a lot of criticism, critical commentary. And she's been a wonderful student in 2 classes now for a couple of years, playing 2 different instruments, and has done a fantastic job learning the alto sax and playing French horn for us as well, Miss Emma Della Torre. This next young man probably has the highest IQ in any room that he goes into. And it never ceases to amaze everyone, especially chaperones on a field trip. What comes out of this young man's mouth and how he comes up with all of these different things and streams them together. So you can imagine, virtually every television channel, all at one time, and picking little snippets of something to share with everybody. This is Lucas Potney. A little contest there. Another family that's been with us for quite a while now, and has, I would certainly say, achieved quite a bit more than her brother. Finally said in public. First homecoming queen I think we've had in band in a long, really, really long time. Absolutely dedicated, fantastic musician, and been in band, multiple band classes for many years now, Miss Francesca Carbone. This next individual has been tremendous help to me this year in 4th period every day as my student assistant. And, I think was that jalapeno from you? Yeah. So we went on the band trip and I was gifted a green jalapeno with a mustache. And she achieved this thing, or won it, by somehow hanging in the air on a bar for, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that? Okay, all right, so the jalapeno level is only a certain period of time, maybe 30 seconds or so. But wonderful student, fantastic, always has something interesting to say, and also a strange look to share, Miss Amy Athens. This next individual has been with us for all 4 years and is also committed to a whole nother program and has made it happen. And I've probably given away who it is by now. Our first conquet that I can recall in the band, and we have a couple more since, which is fantastic because it's possible to do it all. I've known her family longer than she's been around. Miss Amber Hernandez. She's played bass clarinet for us for 3 years and then went back to regular soprano clarinet and has done a fine job with that this year. Okay, here's a good one here. This one has helped us out and switched to a different instrument this year and has done a fine job with that. And I could probably do some roasting here, but
Please do.
I have to be inspired by a specific thought, so I'll see what I can do on this one. Always had something weird that he was wearing. I'm trying to recall when I've got cameras on me now. It's so dangerous. Mr. Jason Cervantes. I think I met this young man when he was a 6th grader, and he actually started out on clarinet, but then when he came to us over here, he ended up playing a different instrument, and has been a fantastic musician and a wonderful asset to the jazz band, and has been with us for all 4 years. It's very rare to have somebody who can take the class all 4 years and fit it into their schedule. So, tickling the ivories for us for 4 years, Mr. Emerson Harris. Okay, this one could inspire some roasting a little bit. He always has something to say about what's going on, and usually with some very specific information, and very confident with this information. But I'll tell you this. This changed in the last 6 months or so. He's been very accurate with this information. But the purveyor of fake news for 3.5 years, and not so much for the last 6 months, Mr. Matthew Paprocki. Got a couple more to go here. This individual also will took on an extra class this year and became part of the jazz band and has played 2 different instruments for us as well. Wonderful individual, very much a dedicated band student and usually quite quiet. Miss Paige Moore.
Paige.
She has a fan club if you ever figure that out. She corrected me, 3 instruments. 3 instruments she's played. That's right, sousaphone. Wow, I forgot about that. She played sousaphone for us in the marching band this year. She also plays French horn and then trumpet in the jazz band. And she did a great job with that sousaphone. If you want to hold one, we'll let you all hold that and see what that's like to play that thing. And she did a great job with that. And here we go. Here's another one. Another color guard member. We have 2 seniors this year. Always something to say about every single thing and everybody. Never biting her tongue whatsoever at any given time. But has been a fantastic member of the band. Started out with us on flute and then transitioned over into the color guard world. Wonderful individual, Michaela Price. And last and certainly not least, one of the most exceptional musicians I think we've ever had here in the Kwhs High School Band program. And that's fortunate for us, and that he also enjoys playing in the percussion section and also in the drum line. I don't know if he would show up at school if it weren't for band, so I'm glad he shows up every day for third period, third and fourth period. I always look at that attendance roster and it's like, is he going to be here? And then he shows up. He comes in, he slips in the door somehow. Wonderful individual, fantastic musician, Aaron Newton. Again, I want to thank this class for their dedication and being wonderful band students and great people. I've enjoyed having you in band, and we're going to greatly miss you, y'all, class of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Sam. No, thank you.
You'd think they could sing a little bit more on pitch.
No, not in band.
Okay, we're going to segue into our Superlatives and Funny Awards. I'm going to turn back over to Francesca. And then after those, I'll come back up a little bit different from your itinerary, your program tonight, and do the traditional band awards. And then following that, we will have this year's slideshow. So, Francesca,
Okay, so now we are on to the superlatives portion of the night, which is voted on by each and every member, hopefully, if you follow the Google form, is voted on by every member of the band. So I'm going to start out with starting with our most improved new member. This individual, oh my, he's one of the special ones, one of the ones that everybody knows, because they just make such an impact. He's one of the two twins, Mr. Aiden R.C. Can they stand it? Yeah, you can sit. This next individual sadly isn't here with us tonight, but they came to our school this year as a senior and have proved to be a really, really impressive player. So the most outstanding new member goes to Caspian Packard, who is here too. Next, we are on to most improved sophomore. This individual is another very well-known, just like Mr. R.C. over here. This is one that you always are hearing about, and really is a great player who, even though they just are in their second year of band, has proved to really mature within the last year. So that goes to Mr. Charles Coon. Also an extremely quiet and timid person, and they joined jazz band this year, still remaining extremely quiet and timid, but he's really developed as a player, and honestly anybody in jazz band, whoever has watched him, has really watched him grow and improve, and he's a huge Gators fan, so of course I like that. The most outstanding sophomore goes to Michael Walker. The departure of one of his best friends who graduated last year, this individual has really stepped up to the plate and really has, whether we like it or not, has taken the role of leading our band from the back of the room with his amazing sound. He loves to lead everyone, and he honestly is a really great player. He already knows who he is. But we really do enjoy him, and he has improved a lot this year by reaching out and really improving as a player. So most improved junior goes to Isaiah Arnold. Another really good, I mean everybody's a good player in band, but another outstanding individual who is a junior this year. He's another natural born leader who musically just really enjoys what he does, and it really shows. Like, you can just tell that he enjoys what he does all the time. And so that most outstanding junior goes to Max McMonagle. Hold on, thank you. Okay. this next one, Mr. Hernandez went on quite a rant about. Everybody already in this room already knows who she is. She's a very loving person with a great personality, and as Mr. Hernandez stated, she picked up an instrument for the first time this year, and it really showed how much she really improved throughout the entirety of the year. So most improved senior goes to Samantha Fisher.
Okay, this next person. Here it is, the most outstanding senior. And it's someone that I've known now for 3 years and have got to know them through swim as well as band. And has been an outstanding leader in everything that she's ever done that I've seen. So the most outstanding senior goes to Francesca Carbone.
Say about myself, but anyways, the next one is the most outstanding woodwind musician, which, if you don't know, we have different categories of different instruments in band. And this individual's already up here right now, Mr. Max McMonagle. And again, this individual is again already up here for most outstanding brass musician, Mr. Isaiah Arnold. This next one is one very dear to my heart, somebody who I really do love and cherish. And if you all came to our final concert, you all saw her kill her solo in Bare Necessities. That was only one very small aspect of her talent, and that's why she is so deserving of the most outstanding woodwind musician, Melody Morales. Okay, this next one. It was a tie. It was a tie, that's why. You're both so incredible, that's why. We just couldn't decide. Best girl, best boy, yeah, we can do that. But okay, next one. Him and I have like a weird relationship that kind of just works. He's in jazz band, and I'm gonna give it away already, but he's the drummer in jazz band, but somehow I just look back and he's looking at me and we just have this connection. We know when to start the song, when to stop the song. We give cues to each other just with head nods. I don't know how, I don't know if he understands them. I just think he understands them because it ends up working out. But I've never met somebody so talented in my entire life. Someone who can just pick up his sticks and just do whatever. And anything sounds good. And he's just so good with keeping rhythm and stuff. And I don't know, I think it's really cool that I get to meet someone as talented as that, because I know that's really a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity. So the most outstanding percussionist goes to Aaron Newton. This individual, again, is already up here. It's the most outstanding color guard member, who also happens to be our color guard captain, Sam Fisher. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone. The most outstanding officer was Francesca Carbone, and I really want to thank everyone because that really means a lot to me. That's kind of weird reading my own, but woo!
Say cheese. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Oh, cheese. 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
boardwalk.
Yes, they are. Next up are the funny awards. Yes, which is also the way that this worked out is we have like a little suggestion box where people put in appropriate suggestions of funny things or little awards that they thought of. So we deliberated and decided on a few that people put in the suggestion box, and that's what we're going to share with you today. Okay, this one. This is like a 3-for-1 kind of award. Where there's one of this person, there's another, and then there's also another. You'll never see them apart, they're always together, and it's almost as if they each have a third of a brain that works as one when they're together. They're always doing everything together. And it's funny, because 2 of them are twins, and the other is kind of like the one who just tags along. So, the best triplet award goes to Jacob, Aiden, and Aaron. And the way I did this is I made the paper plate board 3 separate pieces so that it makes one.
Jesus.